Hi all, welcome to our new episode. Today we will talk about a new topic which is accounting versus finance for a change.
We often hear terms like accounting and finance. As the same or different, can we explain this for non-finance people?
Yeah, sure. We often see people using these two terms, accounting, finance, interchangeably. Even finance and accounting, people use these terms synonymously. But they are not same, and at the same time, they are not different. They are interrelated. Finance is a broader domain which uses accounting data and information for financial management and developing financial strategies to drive the growth and profitability of an organization or an entity. On the other hand, accounting is a professional process of collecting, recording, managing, and reporting financial transactions in the form of financial reports, financial statements, um, for the purpose of multiple stakeholders. Um, so we can say accounting is a subset of finance.
Can you elaborate a bit more about what is accounting?
Yes, as we said, accounting is a system of collecting, recording, and maintaining financial transactions. See, every organization, every entities, whether it is a person or an organization or a corporate or government departments, transactions happens and there are finance related to, meaning that every transaction has a financial value. So these transactions have to be recorded in the form of accounts, and this is reported later in the form of financial statements, like profit and loss account or income statement. Profit and loss account, we call profit and loss account in India, income statement in the US, and balance sheet and cash flows. Three major financial statements across the world. And another important thing about finance and accounting is that the accounts have to be maintained following certain accounting standards. There are certain criteria, who are to maintain which type of companies, have to maintain. I mean, comply with this accounting standards. But as I, in general, they have to follow the accounting standards, and that differs from country to country or region to region. For example, in India, we follow Ind AS accounting standard, whereas in US it is US GAAP, and in other parts of the world, including Europe, it is IFRS. So all these financial reports had to be generated from the data, from the financial data in the accounts maintained as per the accounting standards. See, this is a vast subject. We cannot touch upon that account. What is accounting standards and also maybe we will do that in a later stage and in another video later. So see, typically an accountants or an auditor performs the functions of accounting, or maintaining books of accounts, which is called bookkeeping, and then auditing, and generating and examining the financial statements, and computing and filing, computing taxes, and filing returns, and I know, and managing tax approvals, and also they perform the duties of controller, the treasury functions, and so on.
Then what is finance?
Yeah, so finance, as we said, is a broader function, and finance uses the data coming from accounts, I mean the financial statements created by the accounting function, and they use those data to develop financial strategies, perform financial management, do financial analysis, for the future growth and profitability of the organization. Um, see, their aim is their objective. The objective of finance is actually to generate return on the investments, enhance the cash flow, so manage the cash flows, and drive the company's future growth, profitability, and it is more of future looking functions. Um, so typically, a finance professional works in wealth management and researchers and management of finance in corporates and so on. So the typical industries they work in include BFSA, the banking, financial service, and insurance, research companies, and of course the normal operating companies, what we call corporate.
Why accounting is considered backward looking and finance as forward looking?
Yeah, so this is the major difference. Actually. You see, the accounting function is to record the transactions that has already happened and reports based on the transactions already happened. So, see, for example, the profit and loss account income statement is created for a period ended certain date. Okay, normally for a financial year ended, in case of India, it's on 31st March of a particular year or 31st December in US and other countries and so on. And the balance sheet is the position, the financial position of the company as on a given particular date. So it is of what has already happened. Okay, and cash flows is also for what has happened. See, there is a difference between profit and loss account balance sheet and or profit and cash. This is a different subject. We will come with another topic. What is the difference between cash and profit, and is the cash same as profit, and if not, why? So we will do that separately. So coming back to our topic, the finance is forward looking because finance uses this historical information, the accounting information of the transaction which has already happened, and use that data for the planning, budgeting, forecasting of the the operations of an organization into the future. So finance can be personal, it can be for individual, it can be for corporate, which is called corporate finance, and it can be for government, which is called government finance, and so on. So finance actually looks forward. It looks to the future. It create plans for the future using the past data. So finance is forward looking because it looks into the future, whereas accounting is about the history of financial transaction or the transaction which has already happened. See now. This is actually the major difference between. This is one of the major difference between accounting and finance.
Which is better career, accounting or
Yeah, so this is a difficult question. See, both are interrelated, and I would say that one cannot do well in finance without having basic understanding of accounting, and at the same, and also one cannot do well in accounting without basic understanding of finance. So, see, in corporate world, see, except in very large organization where you have accounting and finance department separately, but then even that will be under a head of the department in the form of chief financial officers and so on. So now that person manages both accounting and finance. And other small to medium companies, mostly this finance and accounting is handled by the same department, and they have to know both. both the functions. See now, if you look at the qualifications like CA, CMA, or of India, or CIMA of UK, CPA of US, and all, they study both finance and accounting, and they can perform both the functions actually. So there is no demand, and they have to do that actually. And but only thing is the auditing. The certain the CPAs and CAs actually perform the functions of auditors. And then they work for public accounting and audit firms. For example, big fours like KPMG, PwC, EY, Deloitte, and so on. And they work for the normal companies, as we said, the normal operating companies also. And finance people work for BFSA, the banking, financial service, and insurance sectors, research companies, wealth management, and finance management, and so on. They also work in corporates. That's what we told. They work. In many organizations, the corporate organizations, they do both the functions. So now it depends on what's your aptitude. You like more of accounting, compliance, taxations, regulatory functions. Then accounting is the best option. And if you like more of analysis, forecasting, budgeting, looking in the future, then finance, doing financial modeling and planning, then finance is the best option. Specializing, in special. But when you grow up, when you go to the leadership role, the senior roles, mostly they have to perform both the functions. They have to handle both the functions. That's the answer, which is better. There is nothing, because both are linked also. You cannot, you need to have the understanding of the other one if you have to do well in the function.
Thank you so much for watching this video. We will
Come with another video, and even in this subject, we have few topics like profit versus cash, or cash flow versus profit and loss account. And in accounting itself, there are different types of accountings. Now financial accounting, the normal accounting what we are called financial accounting, but there are cost accounting, management accounting, managerial accounting, forensic accounting, and so on. And finance also, we are different uh, functions and branches. Actually. So we will conclude this, by telling one example, maybe for an easy understanding. See now, you suppose you are a pace individual, and you maintain your books of accounts, and then you use those, you give this data to your tax consultant, or your accountant, chartered accountant, for filing your tax returns. This is actually an accounting function. Okay. And if you do an investment in stock exchange or mutual funds, or you manage your investment portfolio, or your finance actually, or you say take borrow from banks to invest in properties, and so on. This is finance actually. So this is the difference between accounting and finance, in a simple way. Thank you so much.